How's it going, everybody? It's Brandon back with a little more antimatter chemistry. We are still in the middle of a global health crisis, but I have been ordered to work from home for the foreseeable future, so that's what I'm going to do. I really haven't been able to record over the last week. It's kind of been a little bit crazy. I've been able to do just a couple things here and there, and I want to go over those real quick. First off, I expanded this even more. So we have way more power that we probably are really going to need, except whenever I was doing some maintenance over here, like I was trying to figure out how to get all this set up, I had removed this importer, this exporter, and I forgot to put gunpowder back in there. So I left it running overnight, and if you look in the chat window, I had to go into creative and survival because all of this, the loot crates, bones, and stuff like that were just piling up over here because I ran out of power. So it drained the power out of this, but it couldn't suck the items up, or maybe there wasn't enough space, or there wasn't enough room in the system to handle it from here over. So yeah, that did not work out well. Like I fired up the game and everything was just chug, 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 chug. So I had to switch into creative to just try to figure out what was going on, and I figured it out and just ran the kill items. I think it's that command right there. It'll remove any items that are sitting on the ground. Also over here, I've set up a tree farm in order to get apples, and I had to place some accumulators here and here to cover as much area as possible. Also went ahead and just put a glass roof over it. This is that clear glass from Tinker's Construct. Just so that we don't get super tall trees and stuff keeps falling everywhere. Also, here, I have made a chorus flower farm. Now, I just recently harvested it, but the basic gist is I have this up here, and I decided to use that crystal glass from a tomb, just because I kind of like the look of it in this lattice format. And that makes it to where I can like chop these flowers and nothing grows like super crazy tall, so I can't grab them. And then you just push that button right there. It breaks the bottom part, harvests them, which is great. And then here, this is for something that we're going to work on today. This is clear glass, and then I just kind of put this pillar of the Zen hex blocks, just because I kind of like the look of it. But that is going to be the staging area for these 32 chemical dissolvers. We got 32 exporters. We have 32 importers, and that's going to be the basic start of what we're going to need to do. I'm also realizing I'm not sure how I'm going to run power here. Dang it, I did not think about that because they are going to need to be powered. So this whole design may not work the way that I wanted it to. That's unfortunate. We'll see. I know first off we are going to need to dig down around here a few blocks. I've moved a bunch of, I covered up where we had dug down before, so I'm probably actually going to hit that. There it is. I was wondering, speak of the devil. Oh well, so we're going to dig down here. This is so that I can access the bottom of these chemical dissolvers. We want to, where'd they go? Oh, right there. I see them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Around here. That should be 16 of them. Yep. And then we have exporter, importer here. Gonna bring this around here. I kind of wish that there was a slightly better way of doing this, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. All right, so we have these, and let's go ahead and get the importers placed. Oh, not there. Right here. We're going to need to grab some cables as well to fill in these corners. Although, I mean, I could place some more of these around. I don't know if I really want to, though. All right, let's kind of get another ring going around here. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have... I may have enough speed upgrades to do what I want to do. So importers all over, just like this. And over here, that's all of those. Let's go grab some refined storage cables, which I have plenty of. Also, if we look over here, I've made some more, recipes to go ahead and make the patterns. I made some active coolers. I'll go into that in a bit. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So if we go here, 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 yep, there. We also need to go at these corners as well. So the reason I'm setting all of these up is so that we can start working on getting some of these singularities. Oh, let me talk about singularities real quick. So I had made, this is again one of those things where I just kind of had a little bit of time, but not enough time to actually record. This dimension right here, it's currently out of power, but I will go ahead and fire this up to show everyone. Nope, that's the wrong one. Right there. Where's my porter? There we go. So you're getting power. You can see that it has a very high maintenance cost, but it's not nearly as much as it was. And that is because I made another one, this diamond blocks one. This one has diamond tendrils, and I'll show you. If we extract this, it has these efficiency dimlets, which reduce the maintenance cost by 20% RF per tick. That was incredibly useful in order to make this work. Yeah, those are all working overtime. You are working. You have current power. That's fine. So I will show you this dimension. Dial once. Diddle-oo, 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 diddle-oo. And we're here. Gigantic orbs. Gigantic orbs of diamond blocks. So many diamond blocks. I thought, I was made. I was made in the shade, because that was one of the biggest things whenever I was looking. Because I saw, if we look, we have these singularities, these diamond singularities from Avaritia, right? So if I hit R, you can see that each one of these requires 8,000 diamond blocks. So if we bust out our handy dandy calculator, 8,000 times 45 times 9 is 30. Wait, no, sorry. I did that way wrong. Times 9 is 3.24 million diamonds. Okay? You're like, oh, that's awesome, because you got the singularities needed for the catalyst. Well, then I'm going to mouse over the diamond singularity and hit U. U. Nothing. Now, if I hover over this hydrogen singularity and hit U, it's part of the antimatter catalyst. But then I went through all of these, and you know what's not there? Diamond. Because these here are all chemical singularities from the singularities mod that works with alchemistry. And then you have these down here. Just those last three that are actually from Avaritia. So I wasted so much power and so many diamonds to make that happen. So we're going to take that out of there. I don't care if it loses power, which it will. You can see it's moving down. That one isn't losing power just because I have one of those activity probes sitting there. So, yeah. I also just realized that I forgot to switch this over to record at 60 FPS. So if this episode seems a little less smooth, I am so sorry. I was doing a stream on Tuesday with Jesse and Justin, and we were doing 7 Days to Die. I think I uploaded that VOD already, so if you want to give that a watch, it's a long one. We had some fun, but yeah, try to do 60 FPS on that one is not good. Let's grab one of these extra power cells that I have here. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Because it's going to need to go around the bottom. Let's mine these up real quick. So Okay, so let's take out this layer. And we're going to need to take out this layer, the second from the top. Oops. That's fine. All right, so we're going to get this wired up. So yeah, what I decided to do after that, because that was really disheartening, like really disheartening. I was really, really angry that was probably 2 or more days worth of mining that was just completely useless, you know? And that hurt. That did hurt. Get some of this signalum flux duct. We're going to run it all along the bottom. And then we're going to need to run it all along here. So I ended up making a list of all the singularities, how many of them I will need, how much. Well, hold on. Let me try that again. I made a list of all the singularities that I will need. I also put down how many of each, and then I put down. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that'll work. It's mostly hidden, and then we'll just fill this in because I really like the honeycomb design. All right, how does this look? You know, you have that one power strip, but that's cool. So let me see if I can do something real quick. If I go here, and then I'm going to try to do this. You don't want that display. Nope, that's the wrong display. So it's display 1. Oh, no. My sorry. What? That is going to be this one here. So let me move OBS to the other screen. Hit OK. And then we're going to turn the display on. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So let me close some of these extra tabs. You can see here that I have these sortable. So we're going to do it A to Z. We got hydrogen. I need 5,000 of them, but you can see we know the source of hydrogen. We have all that. Helium, I got plenty of helium thanks to a few things that I've done. Lithium, I think I can get pretty easily. It's when we get down here, let's sort this by the source. The question marks are ones that I am not sure about. That I will have to figure that out. I don't know. But then we have blue antimatter, brown antimatter, caffeine, calcium carbonate, cyan antimatter, ender pearls, granite, green antimatter, all the way down. So what I'm thinking is we can set this up to do some crafting and automate this as much as we can. Of course, the big problem is going to be that we probably are going to run out of antimatter. I set up 2 extra maxed out drawers for them over there, so maybe that will help, but I don't know. So boop, boop. All right, so these are all connected now. Well, they will be in just a second. Right there and right there. But we need to get them connected over here. So we do it right here on through. Where's that pickaxe? I set up a few other things to try to make this a little bit easier on myself. Because I noticed for most of our quarries, we were getting rid of all the andesite, granite, diorite, and the like. Well, turns out we're going to need it. We are definitely going to need it. So I solved that problem. And then right here. Yes. Let's get some antimatter. Fill this in so I don't have a trough running through my base. Clear that out. Very good. Over here, I set up a couple of lava fabricators, which turns out I didn't really need to do. So I could set up an igneous extruder making andesite, one making diorite, and one making granite. It doesn't use up the lava it just uses the water, which we have coming from this aqueous accumulator. These two, I had to set that up because I'm feeding 12 evaporators making salt. This is feeding the latex thing. I don't remember what this was doing. Oh, I think this, no, there's the fluid infuser. All right, I don't remember what these were doing. And then over here, I created 4 of those helium collectors, and it's collected 98,000 buckets of helium, which is pretty good. I had that feeding over into an atomizer that made me, before I even really realized it, 196,000 helium. So that's really good. That's really, really good. Okay, so we have this set up, we have it powered, we have it plugged into here, because if we look, where's all the other importers? Oh yeah, tons of importers. I don't know why it shows them differently. Maybe because of the upgrades. Speaking of speed upgrades, we have a ton of them, and those we are going to need for all of the importers. Zoop. I should have grabbed 2 stacks of this because I want to make sure that this is working as well as possible. And actually, you know what? I should probably come back and do this later. Yeah, I'll come back and do this later. Okay, so let's start from the top. We are going to need to make blue antimatter, and that's going to get us our argon and neptunium, but I'm going to need to create a pattern for that. So if we go pattern, I'm going to need to make 12 of those for right now. That should be sufficient. Slap that right there, close that. We want blue, can't do it there, blue antimatter, pure blue, and that requires argon. All right, so we have that because we should only need to do it on one of them. That's good. So next is going to be cyan antimatter. I want to make one for that too. Next would be, we're going to need light blue dye. Light blue dye. And that is used to get us cobalt and antimony. So bone meal and lapis, good. Lime antimatter. Lime antimatter, which is right here, which is neon, good deal. And that is for the cadmium. We need that for cadmium. Magenta antimatter. Magenta antimatter right there. That's gallium. Good. Magenta antimatter. What else? Purple antimatter. Oop. Purple antimatter. And that uses iodine. And that's to get us more iodine, just kind of running it through. But it also gets us vanadium, which is going to be really, really necessary. So if we slap those all in here, that covers those. There's some other ones that we haven't covered. One is limestone. So if we look at limestone here, you can see that gets us molybdenum and neodymium, but I haven't been able to find any other real source of that. So we may have to set up a quarry over in a tomb in order to make that work. Were there any other antimatters? Yellow antimatter. Yellow. Not there, Brandon. Yellow antimatter. Good. Slap this over here as well. Right there. Now, that's all well and good, but, how is it going to know? Like, I could make a bunch of antimatter, but what happens whenever it runs out? Well, if we look at upgrades, there is an upgrade here called a crafting upgrade, which is very, 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 very useful. So I'm going to want, 3 for right now. That's fine. That'll get us started. The rest of this I'll kind of have to work, after hours. in order to get going. So we have that. So we want the crafting upgrade. Make 6 of those. And then that should be enough to make... Oh, right. We need to make upgrades. Dark runic glass, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. Haha. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good. Good. So let's start with lime antimatter. No, you know what? We'll start with light blue dye, cyan, and blue. Let's go over here, and we want blue antimatter. 8. Oh, we're missing argon. How are we missing argon? Where else do we get argon from? Only blue antimatter, huh? So, okay. Well, do we have any krypton? No. Oh boy. Well, that's interesting. We do have rubidium, though. I know we have rubidium. So we are going to split some rubidium apart. That got us some argon. Go back to blue. I didn't realize that we didn't have that. Oh, we need to put argon in here, don't we? 8. And start. And we got 8. That went really quick. We also want some light blue dye. And then we're going to want some cyan antimatter. We have that, we got that, we got that. Good. Awesome. So if we come over here, we'll do these bottom 3. You, and you. Okay. Now obviously it can't export to them because there's nothing there. If we go pop those in, they're immediately going to come out, right? We'll test that. Let's type in antimatter. And you can see, yeah, those are already, they're gone. They're gone. The light blue dye, that's gone as well. Well, how do we fix that? Well, as soon as I put one of these crafting upgrades in here, it should be allowed to call antimatter, because it should be able to call that recipe in order to export it. Why is that not working? Well, I'm a little confused because it works over here. I've set this up for crafting polymer clay to feed this, and that's working just fine. So why isn't that working? We have that connected. It's got the crafting upgrade to make blue antimatter. Make sure it's not like doing it so fast that I don't realize it. Nope. Blue antimatter. Where is the argon? Let's, what happens if I put it over here? Okay, see, that's working. And then if I put this one here, that's working. Oh. You know what? It's because it didn't get an argon back. That's the problem. I didn't think about that. Because it's not a guaranteed thing. That is concerning. If I consistently low roll, I'm going to have a big problem with that. So maybe the argon, well, no. See, because I need the blue antimatter to also get neptunium. Interesting. So if I take this argon, not argon. All right, it's immediately using it to run through. but I would have to get really, really bad rolls on all of that. Like, you can see the number is going up. So I think there's probably like a critical mass level for that we'd have to hit in order for it to really get screwed up. I think as long as we have, close to a stack of it in there, we shouldn't be in too much trouble. I hope. All right, let's grab some glowstone, which I have a bunch of now. And we're gonna, just kind of put it everywhere. Why not? Just put it everywhere. And then we're going to take our handy dandy pick. And we're going to do this after I get closer. Haha, all of it just gone. Fan-dabby-dabby-tastic. All right, how many extra patterns do I have going right now? 16. Okay, I need to tell this thing how to make upgrades. Thank you. And do I have a... Does it know how to make those cores? It does not. So let's do that as well. So because of that, we're going to need to teach it how to make a construction core. So then if I come over here, but does it know how to make a crafting bench? No, it knows how to make a chest. So we got to tell it how to make a crafting bench. Yes, you. It knows. It knows. Perfect. Slap that in there. And then if we come over here, we did 3, but we're going to need to make, well, oh, you know what? We got to teach it how to make these crafting upgrades, don't we? Yep. Okay, so now it knows how to make crafting upgrades, it knows how to make regular upgrades, and the like, and so on and so forth, which is great. So if we go to upgrade, click on crafting upgrade, we're going to need 29 of them. It's missing glowstone. Oh, because I forgot to put the glowstone in there. So 29 crafting upgrades. Start. And it's going. Over here, it's probably processing more nether quartz, because I did set up the laser drills that I had over here, actually moved into the nether in order to get all of that necessary stuff. So what I will do is go ahead and in my spreadsheet, mark off blue antimatter with, let's see, fill color green. We can mark off cyan antimatter, green, and light blue dye. That is marked off green. Those are running. The only issue, we could potentially run out of lapis, though I don't see that happening super soon. It's still a possibility. There's a few more patterns that I'm going to need to teach it how to make. Mostly like the lime dye, which we had that before. I don't know where it went. Excuse. Ooh, wow, that was weird. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna have to teach it how to make bone meal, don't I? Not done meal, bone meal. Yep. So we're gonna need to make patterns. More patterns, please. Right there. Oh, not word dictionary. All right, bone meal, you are made this way. And right there. So now, if it needs more bone meal, it knows how to make that. The lime antimatter, which is going to be used, that's for neon and bromine. We want to start. Do I not have any neon? How do I not have neon? So I should have plenty of calcium, right? Calcium, yeah. Give me half a stack of that. Oh, well. That turns into neon and fluorine. Is that one of the ones I need? Fluorine? Fluorine. Fluorine, yes. But I said that I didn't... Why did I say that I already had that one figured out? That was from the magma blocks. Maybe it's because I knew that I would have plenty of potassium, or maybe plenty of chlorine. I'm not sure. I am not sure. So let's go ahead and toss the neon in there, the potassium and the argon and the calcium, blah, blah, blah. Lime, start. We're going to need the crafting upgrade, which we now have 29 of. God, this type of auto crafting is really, really fun. All right, we're going to set in a crafting upgrade, and we're going to say, do the lime. There it goes. Now, so it's going pretty quick. I don't know. Let's check on our neon level. Toss that in there. Neon. 26. 27. It's kind of fluctuating a bit there, isn't it? 25, 26, 27. Seems to... All right, it's going up slightly. Argon, we're already up to a buttload. already up to 300. We don't really have to worry about that running out. So, and I just have to repeat that all the way around. We have 32 of these. Some of them are pulling double duty, but there's other ones that, actually thinking about it, we're not going to need to worry about that. Like the ender pearls. All right, if we come over here, this one right here, that just has to export ender pearls, because those are used for both neodymium and mercury. So let's mark those green on the spreadsheet. Same thing with the lime antimatter. That is green. The lime dye we can set up as well for the cadmium. Well, kind of. Let's look at lime dye. Because lime dye breaks down into cadmium sulfide, but then I'll have to break down the cadmium sulfide in order to get cadmium. So I really should have specified that. And I think I may have done that with sulfur. Let me look here. Sulfur, let's sort that by name, please. Sulfur, I put down magnesium sulfate. So, all right, gonna have some double duty getting pulled there as well. So that's what I'll need to set up off screen. Also, by the time this has gone up, I will have participated in a UHC on the Mindcrack fan server or supporter server. So be sure to check out that VOD from Twitch, or I may chop it up and put it on YouTube. I'm not really sure yet. But yeah, be sure to check out my Twitch channel as well. Follow me on there. If you see me live, stop in, say hi for a little bit. We'll chat. I love talking to people. And yeah, this is going well. If I can automate this to a certain degree, I think we're going to be in really, really good shape as far as getting everything finished up. How's Neon looking now? 125. It's going up, up, up. Because 1 turns into 8. Each of those has a 50% chance, so I should get 4 returned for every one over time, of course. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, subscribe if you're not already. I'm not sure how you would have found my videos otherwise. And I will see you next time. Peace out.